Welcome to a video from digitalized.com. This video I'm going to be looking at this OneOdio Monitor 80 Studio headphones. I've got a wireless set of audio headphones which I use pretty much all the time while I'm in the office here, my little studio. But these are monitor ones, so these are wired ones designed for monitoring, so recording. So what OneOdio say is that these are designed for monitoring, so they're neutral, so you're not going to get any extra heavy bass or anything else that will colour your mixing. Open back design, and ideal for home use, studio mixing things, which I'm going to be using it for mixing and recording. So let me unbox it and let's have a look at what's in the packet, have a look, and then I'll tell you how they sound. So in the box we get a nice case for it, as well as all the usual instruction warranty type stuff. So you get a carry case, which is quite a nice solid carry case actually. The headphones, which I'll put in a sec, and the cable. So the cable is two mini jacks and another cable, which is a mini jacked 1/4 inch. These feel nice and light. They're not as heavy as the wireless ones that I normally wear. I can immediately feel the difference. And I think they're going to feel more comfortable to wear because they're light. So they're nice and adjustable on there. It's got nice sort of padding on the strap there as well, which should make it nice and comfortable. And other than that, you've just got the two ports for plugging the cables in. So in terms of the cable as well, there's two ports on it. So I think that means you can use the mini jack to mini jack, that type one, or you can use mini jack to 1/4 inch, depending on your mixer, or the other way around, you can go 1/4 inch to mini jack. So my mixer's got the 1/4 inch one, so I'll be using that one. So just before I try them on and listen to the sound, I'll just give you some of the specs on it. We've got 40mm driver, 250 ohm impedance, maximum power 100 milliwatts, and frequency response range of 10 to 40 kilohertz. So just plugged them in now into my mixer. I had a quick listen to some of my synths on here, just trying to record multi-poly. First of all, they're nice and comfortable. They're a little bit lighter than some of the wireless ones I've got, so it makes them feel a bit lighter on your ears. They're very comfortable with that sort of padded strap on there, and the foam's nice and soft on there. So if you're doing a long mixing session, you're not going to get ear fatigue or head fatigue from wearing the headphones. They've got a nice sort of the light as well. In terms of sound, crystal clear, very neutral. I compared to some of my reference headphones as well, and it's completely neutral, which is what you need when you're mixing. It's carrying the basses, no problem with that, and you can really hear the high fidelity on there as well. So for sound design, which I do a lot of, this is ideal because you really need to hear the whole neutral range when you're creating those synth sounds. Same for mixing and recording as well. You can probably hear a bit of audio leakage through there. So some of these headphones, I think especially the wireless ones, because they're a bit chunky and a bit more padded, they have less sort of leakage on it. So if you're worried about that, then maybe that's something to consider. But what you are getting is the neutral sound on it. Also, if you're in a loud environment, you're not completely closed off to the rest of the world like you are on some of these. Like what I found with these, and I don't hear anything else at all. So they're great in loud environments. In a quiet room like this, then I don't need that isolation. In fact, sometimes if I want to hear someone's knocking on the door or whatever, then sometimes I like to be able to hear the bit of environment. So these are probably not the best in loud environments, but they're not designed for that. They're designed for the sort of the studio where you're working on things around in an isolated environment like this. So they're ideal for that. The other thing I should say about these, that 250 ohm impedance means you really do need an amp to drive these. I'm going to test it in a set from a laptop and see how it drives that. But they are really designed for a studio environment. I've got this plugged into my mixer, and there's no problem driving it from there. In fact, what I'm going to do next is I'll plug it into the headphone port on my synth here and see how that sounds. So coming directly out of my synth, it sounds crystal clear. In fact, there's no problem driving that. I've had to turn the sound down a bit. And it's a great way of monitoring your synth output. So yeah, no issues running it from a desk there or directly out of the synth. So let me just try it from a laptop and see how that sounds. But they are designed for connecting with an amp. So I'm just going to switch cables and put it on the mini jack to mini jack cable. So just try it with a laptop there, and actually it drives it fine. So I know they're not particularly designed for that, but actually that sounds perfectly fine for monitoring through a laptop. I don't normally use that straight from a laptop, but you can definitely do that as well. But like I said, they are designed for that higher output from a mixer. So for £78, you get a really nice set of reference headphones for mixing and sound design, recording, or even if you just want to listen to your music neutral without over bass, or all the effects that you get on, the noise cancelling, everything you get on other headphones. You just want normal headphones with a clean sound. This is ideal. I really like the sound of it. It's especially coming directly out of the synth. I think it sounds really sharp through the mixer. It sounds good as well. You get the nice set of cable options so that you're not stuck on connectors. So you can you can switch this around, so you can go 1/4 inch to mini jack, or you can go mini jack to mini jack. It's up to you, whatever works with you. Get a nice carrying case as well, which has got space for the cables as well. So if you carry them around, that's great. They work great. £78. I've got a discount code. So if you look in the description, you'll get a discount code when you get those. Thanks to OneOdio for sending me the headphones to review. I'm definitely going to be using these when I'm doing my sound design now, and in the office here in this little studio, because as I said, I like the open back ones. You don't feel quite as isolated if you're in a room on your own. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think. If you've got any questions, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.